Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's tasty question comes from one of our awesome subscribers, Foodie Fiasco 21. Thanks for the suggestion, Fiasco. You asked, what is umami? If you've ever eaten something that made your eyes roll back in pure flavor ecstasy, maybe a rich bowl of ramen or a slice of pizza that hit just right, you've already met umami. You just didn't know it was living rent-free in your mouth. Today, we're breaking down what umami is, where it comes from, and why your taste buds throw a dance party every time they encounter it. So grab a snack, preferably one with extra cheese or soy sauce, and let's dive into the delicious mystery of umami, right here on Explaining Everything. Let's start at the beginning. Back in the day, like really back, we were taught that humans only detect 4 basic tastes: sweet, salty, sour, and bitter. That's the basic flavor family, the original squad, the Spice Girls of your tongue. Sweet is sugar, easy. Salty, think pretzels and chips. Sour makes your face fold in half, thanks lemons. And bitter is the taste of regret. Or kale, same thing, but something was missing. There were foods that didn't quite fit into those categories. You ever eat a mushroom or slurp some broth and think, this is hitting different? That's where umami steps in. It's the mysterious 5th taste, the flavor that whispers instead of shouts. Umami comes from the Japanese word meaning delicious taste or pleasant savory flavor. Basically, it's the linguistic equivalent of drooling. In 1908, a Japanese chemist named Kikunae Ikeda noticed that the flavor of dashi, this traditional broth made from seaweed, was way too delicious to be explained by the 4 known tastes. So, like any good scientist, he said, I must investigate this witchcraft. What he discovered was that the key ingredient in the seaweed was glutamic acid, a type of amino acid that gives off a rich, meaty taste. Ikeda named this flavor umami, and boom, the 5th taste was officially born. Kind of like the flavor world's forgotten sibling finally getting invited to the family reunion. Let's break it down. Umami is all about glutamates, naturally occurring compounds found in foods that contain protein. When these glutamates bind to special receptors on your tongue, your brain goes, yes, more of this, right now. The most famous of these is monosodium glutamate, or MSG, which is basically glutamate's celebrity alter ego. MSG got a bad rap in the 80s and 90s when people blamed it for everything from headaches to turning into a lizard. But science has cleared its name. It's not dangerous unless you eat literal buckets of it, which please don't. MSG is found naturally in foods like tomatoes, cheese, mushrooms, and meat. You've probably eaten it 1,000 times without realizing. It's like the flavor ninja of the culinary world, sneaky, powerful, and surprisingly charming. Umami is everywhere once you know where to look. It lives in fermented foods, aged things, cooked meats, and anything that's been left alone long enough to develop a personality. Let's list the usual suspects. Soy sauce, basically umami in liquid form. Parmesan cheese, sharp, salty, aged, and irresistible. Tomatoes, especially when cooked or dried. Mushrooms, particularly shiitake, which are practically walking umami bombs. Cured meats, think bacon, prosciutto, salami. Broths and stocks. They simmer for hours because umami takes its time. And yes, even instant noodles are loaded with umami. So if you've ever cried into a bowl of ramen at 2 a.m., just know your taste buds were having a good time, even if you weren't. So why does umami taste so good? Because your brain is hardwired to love it. Glutamates equals protein, and your body goes, aha! Protein means energy, survival, and possibly bigger biceps. When you taste umami, it's not just flavor. It's a biological signal that says, this food is nutrient-rich. Eat more. It's like the original food influencer, telling your body what's worth the hype. That's why chefs love umami. It makes dishes taste deeper, richer, and more satisfying. It adds that, I don't know what's in this, but it's amazing factor. You're not imagining it. That's umami doing its smooth, savory thing. Want to level up your cooking game? Start adding umami-rich ingredients to your recipes. It's the secret sauce behind every "this tastes better than I expected" moment. Use tomato paste in sauces. Not just tomatoes, concentrated tomato power. Add a splash of soy sauce, fish sauce, or Worcestershire sauce to soups or marinades. Roast your vegetables. The browning process boosts umami like a flavor gym membership. Sprinkle some parmesan over your dishes. It's the edible version of fireworks. Don't fear the mushroom. Even if it looks weird, it tastes glorious. Even plant-based meals can pack umami. Fermented soy, miso paste, nutritional yeast. All vegan-friendly, all flavor-packed. So yes, your vegan friends are secretly winning the flavor game. Umami's having a moment. It used to be a behind-the-scenes flavor, but now it's everywhere. Chefs are dropping the word umami on menus like it's a flex. Food influencers say things like, "This burger's got mad umami," as if it's a spice or mood. There are entire restaurants devoted to the concept. Burgers, ramen, even cocktails are being designed with umami in mind. It's not just a flavor, it's a vibe. A savory, deep, can't quite describe it kind of vibe. And once you recognize it, you'll start tasting it everywhere. It's the flavor that makes food feel warm, rich, and complete, like putting a period at the end of a delicious sentence. So, what is umami? It's the fifth taste. It's savory, meaty, brothy, and mysterious. It's the flavor of cheese pulls, slow-cooked stews, and that one soup your grandma made that healed your soul. If you enjoy this video, or finally realized why Parmesan cheese feels like a warm hug for your taste buds, please like and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.